y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this super cute pineapple lamp using the mermaid tail wreath frames from Dollar Tree. Alright y'all, what do I have here? These are the new mermaid wreath forms from Dollar Tree. Well, I'm saying new because I had not seen them prior to last week in my stores, but if you've seen them, then you know what I'm talking about. See, like this, and this is the tag, the mermaid wreath form. Yeah, it does look like a mermaid tail. So they get flares here, and then you have like all these little squiggly lines, and I'm like, what can I do with that? Because I wasn't thinking deco mesh. I was thinking something else. I'm like, what can I make out of this? So I have two of them here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this spray paint. This is Color Max Paint and Primer from Krylon. I got this at Lowe's, but look wherever you buy spray paint and use whatever color you like, or whatever brand you like, rather. You're going to kind of need yellow for this. But anyway, this is Bright Idea, and it's gloss. Bright Idea. Doesn't really matter to me if it's gloss or matte, but this is gloss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these outside and I'm going to spray paint them from about here down, okay? Front and back with this yellow paint here. And I'm just going to leave this up here. This is, I think this is green, really dark green or black, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to leave this up here. Okay, I'm going to leave this dark. Now I'm just going to spray paint from here down, both sides. Okay, so now that this has been painted yellow, I painted the front and back. And of course, I did it on the other piece as well. Let's get this out of the way. Now, I've been rolling it over and over in my head how I want to do this, and I've been messing with it. And I think I'm just going to put the beads on each individual side, and then we'll attach them here in a little bit. But as you can see, what I have here, and I've got paint under my nails. It'll be all right. Yellow faceted beads, okay? These are 6mm beads. And I've got a whole bag of 200, $1.99. I just dropped one, $1.98. I'm going to put these on a paper plate or a paper towel or something here in a minute, okay? Because I just have a feeling I'm getting ready to make a mess. Now, what I want to do is use this floral wire to attach the beads to this frame. And I know somebody's going to say, well, you're using the silver wire and the paint is yellow, blah, blah. It'll be all right, okay? It's going to be okay. So let me just cut a piece of this wire here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it right around here. And I'm just going to bring it around and around just to hold it in place. All right, so I've got my yellow beads over here. And what I'm going to do is just thread them on to the wire like so. And we're going to bring it down, and I'm just going to start wrapping the wire around and around just to hold the beads on. You can glue the beads on if you want to. And I thought about that, but I'm like, they'll probably pop off pretty easily. And with the wire, I think you have a little bit more control, you know, of exactly where the bead is going to go. So you can see I just put the bead there. Now let's get another bead and put that bead on here. See, just thread it on some more. And now I'm just going to find which place I want that bead. Oh, looks okay. And I'm just going to twist the wire around. Okay. And I'm basically just going to do this all the way across this little bar here. This is going to take a minute, okay? This is going to definitely take a minute. See, you could just get the bead right where you want it. And I'm just going to take my time with this. I actually need to sit down and figure out about how many beads I need to use per section because I'm afraid I'm going to run out. Like I said, I've got 200 here. I'm not sure exactly how many I'm going to use, but yeah. I'm just going to work my way across. Okay, so you see I got the beads all on this section here. Now when I got to the end, when I got to the end, I just wrapped the wire around and around. And then I just clipped it off, okay? But yeah, that's what I have so far. Just be super careful that you're not scuffing up your paint as you do this. Because I have like one or two little spaces that I did scuff. And I've got paint all under my nails. I'll wash that off later. But anyway, this is what I have. So I'm going to do the same thing here, 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 and here. I know you're probably like, well, that's not really making that big of a difference on that frame. Use bigger beads if you want to. This is just what I had. But yeah, I'm just going to work my way up. Now, if you want to, go ahead and put the two sides together and work your beads. My camera cut off. But anyway, like I was saying, If you want to fasten these two pieces together and then put your beads on that way, that's fine if you want to do that. I'm just doing it like this for the purpose of the video so that I can have this laying down flat and it's easier for y'all to see what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put my beads on and I'll be back. All right, so what do I have? I have this wooden oval plaque. All right, so this one came from Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99. I also have these little candle cup holder thingies. If you don't want to use these or if you can't find these, use like a big wooden bead. You can use whatever you want to. We're just going to be using these sort of like as feet on the bottom of this here just to elevate it a little bit, because that's going to allow us to hide the battery pack of our light strand here in a little bit. As you can see, this is the size that I got. 3/4 inch by 1 inch. These were $1.49. I also have some of this warm brown acrylic paint that we're going to paint this with here in a second. Now this, I measured the base of our now pineapple and it's like almost 9 inches wide. So what I did is with my trusty tape measure here, I just measured, and this, the top part, not the bottom, the top part, because this is where our light's going to attach to. It is right at 9 inches and that's going to be perfect. Now if you get one smaller than that, pineapple's not going to fit on there. They also had a bigger one that was like $3.99. I didn't get that one. I got this one. It'll be okay. But just take note of measuring the bottom whenever you go to buy the rest of your supplies. So let's see. I'm going to use 4 of these. Let's flip this over. Do I want to take this label off? If I don't, then the label, please, you take the label off. Go away. So what I'm going to do is, here is, let's see. I want to get as much glue on here as possible. So I think I'm just going to put the glue on the flat part instead of around the cut part. Yes, I've got glue on my nails. My hands are a mess today. I think my glue gun is hot enough. But anyway, what we're going to do now is I'm going to glue these on here. Trying to get it as centered as possible. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I glued that one here. I'm going to glue one here, and one here. Okay, so now I have all of the little feet on it. Now I'm just going to take a paintbrush. Y'all know how to paint things. I don't need how to show you how to paint. But like I said, I'm just going to paint it with this brown paint here all over. Paint the little legs and let it dry. And then we'll come back and start to assemble. Okay, so I've got all the beads put on both sides. And I never want to do this again. But now we're going to fasten them together. And like I said, for the sake of the video, I was trying to do this the easiest way possible so that you could see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to take pieces of this floral wire here, boink, and we're going to start wiring this together. We're going to put lights on it here in a minute, but let's just start wiring this together. And trying to get the bottom here, because this is going to be the most important part, trying to get the bottom down here like as flush and flat as possible. So let's just come up here. And all of this is going to be covered up here with some greenery, okay? So don't worry about that. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm just trying to look and see which is the best way that I want to do this. I think I'm just going to start here at the bottom. And we're just going to take this piece of wire. I'll hold it in our mouth to try to get it together. And I'm just going to twist it together. Is that how I want to do it? I don't know. Yep, that's how I want to do it. That'll work. Just twisting it together. And I know this is going to make a lot of racket. And it's going to be all jiggly on camera. And I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me do this whole thing. I'm just trying to show you how I'm doing it. And I'm going to turn you loose on your own. But see, just in a few random spots, I'm going to be using this wire just to hold it together. Then I'll flip over here, and I'll do some on this side. Okay, let's move up a little bit, because I'm going to be wrapping this with some twine here in a minute. And that's going to hold it together in and of itself. But you kind of want it to be held together with the wire first. That's going to help, just kind of stabilize everything. So I'm going to fasten this together and be back. Okay. That was very easy once I got it off the table. And I've said before, sometimes when you're working on things like on the table, my arms are outstretched. It makes it a lot more difficult than holding it down in my lap. So once I held it down in my lap, it was fairly easy. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm taking this twine here, and I'm just going to tie it right here at the bottom. We're going to cover this up here in a little bit anyway, okay? So just bear with me. Bear with me, all right? Please don't start saying, it looks like crap just yet. It might look like crap when I'm done with it. But, just give me a minute. So I'm just going to get out some of this twine. Then I'm going to do my best possibly to like roll it into a little ball or something before I start working with it to make it a little bit easier. So once I get started on this, I'm just going to do it just to show y'all what I'm doing. And then once again, I'm probably just going to hold it in my lap to continue working on it. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to start wrapping it around the frame. Like so, we're just going to wrap it around this outer edge, okay? All the way up till we get here. And then we're just going to wrap it, just jump over, and then wrap it all the way back down. Of course, I'll show you that when I reach the top, if I ever reach the top, because this is going to take me a minute. This is probably one of the most aggravating things I've ever done. But my little boy loves SpongeBob. I like SpongeBob too. And I had an idea for this, and he thought it was kind of cool. He's, oh, a SpongeBob lamp, SpongeBob light. So, yeah. I'm just going to work my way all the way up, and I will be back once I reach the top. Okay, actually, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Like I said, I took it off the table and set it in my lap, and it went fairly quickly. But anyway, see that I'm up here at the top, and what I'm going to do is just jump over. Actually, I think what I might want to do, let's put, oh God, I'm making a mess. Let's just put a little bit of hot glue right here just to kind of tack this down. And then let me just go around, because see, there's some glue sticking out right there, just to cover that, just to kind of tack that in place. And then I'm just going to start working my way down the other side, just like I did here, but just going down, okay? So let me work on that and I'll be back. Moving right along. And this is looking the way I was hoping it would look. I'm happy with it so far. And you're probably saying, I don't look much like a pineapple, Amber. I'm getting to it. So anyway, look, I got these at Hobby Lobby. I think Dollar Tree carries these. My Dollar Tree has just been kind of lacking in the floral department lately. I don't want to say lacking, because I know they put stuff out and then people swarm in and they buy it all up. But anyway, look at this fern. I got this fern at Hobby Lobby. Like I said, it was $5.99, but it was on sale for like 40% off. So I grabbed it. And this is what I'm going to use for my greenery up top. Let me see exactly how this is going to work. You know what? We can just cut this right here. Right there. All right, now I need to cut this off. I think I'm about to make a mess with these daggum leaves. Why is this not coming off? There it goes. There it goes. All right. So see, it's like they're all just kind of strung on this one center part here. Oh, I think I'm going to take that off. But let's just try to fan this out first. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves per section. I'm just trying to fan these out a little bit more. So what I want to do is I'm going to wire it right here. Now, don't worry about this. Don't worry about these. We're going to fix that here in a second, okay? I've already been thinking about this in my head. And I should have gotten 2 of these, because I don't think that one is going to be quite enough. I don't know. We'll work with it and see what we got. Oh, come on. I need a new pair of wire cutters. I've had these suckers for years. Yeah, 2 of these would have been better. So let's pick which side I want to be the front. I don't think it really matters to me. Let me take a look. No, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. But yeah, like I said, I had a package. It was like 200 beads. 200 of these little yellow beads, and I still had like just a little handful left over. I am not counting the beads to see exactly how many I used. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to count all these daggum beads. So let's see what I have here. I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, let's just wire this down here, because I'm going to be wrapping the top part of this with more twine. So this sticking down right here, sticking down, good God, sticking up, showing itself is not going to matter. All right, so where's another floral wire? Oh, I got some green over here. Let's use this green kind. And I'm just going to, what's in the floral wire? I'm just going to, I edit these videos down for TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all that. So I try to, you know, show close-ups whenever I can. So let's just wire these down here. I'm just going to wrap the wire round and around and probably put a few dots of hot glue to hold everything in place until I could get the more cording down here. Okay. Now, let's cut off this other part, and I'm going to flip it over. Hang on. And I'm going to put this on the back side. Like I said, I should have bought 2 of these, but I didn't. So I'm just going to put this on the back here. And now let's just wrap this wire around to hold that in place. All right, so now I've got some more of this cord. And listen, I'm not concerned right now with how these leaves look, because once I get this rope glued down, then I will go back and concern myself with how they are splayed out. So I'm just going to hold this rope here and let that glue set up. And then I'm just going to wrap it. Okay, I'm just going to wrap the rope just down a little bit. And get done with that and come back, and hopefully then we can start to assemble this thing. Okay, so this is what I have. Now here in a little bit, I just want to get this thing put together. Okay, I've been working on this for long enough. So what I'm going to do is just take some of these leaves and I'll bend them down the way they need to be, and then you can take floral wire. Let's see how we can do that. No, if you take floral wire, that's not going to work very well. I may just have to hot glue them in place, just to get them to cover up the top of the wire frame here. I think that might be the best choice. We'll just hot glue them down. I'll bend them all out and get everything in shape, and then we'll just hot glue them down. Okay, so I got these fairy lights. These came from Hobby Lobby. There's 45 of them on the strand, and I'm sincerely hoping that this is going to be enough. Now, this is going to be a pain in the behind to put on. If you wanted to put the lights on before the rope, go ahead and do that. But, you know, then you have the battery pack to contend with, and I just thought that it would be easier if I put the lights on afterwards. That's just me. So, we shall see. But you do it however that you want to do it. So, I can lay this down or kind of lean it back, hopefully, so that y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to start on this row here. So you got to be careful with these lights too, because like, see how they like to get tangled? And if you just pull on them too hard, then you kink the wire and you can risk tearing them up. Now let's see, how do I want to do this? Like I said, I think I'm just going to, we'll just bring it up like this. And then we'll just wrap it around here and there, just around this part. You see what I'm talking about? Uh-oh, it's falling down. Just like we wrapped on the wire with the beads. And this is probably going to be 10 times easier if I set it down in my lap. So y'all can see pretty much what I'm doing. Like I said, like we used the wire to put the beads on. We're just going to wrap this around, okay? And I'm just trying to go slowly so that I don't get it tangled up. But you do it however you want to do it. This is just how I'm going to do it. So I'll work on it and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because of my harsh lights. But anyway, the lights are on, and I'm very happy with how this turned out. I did have some lights. This is not the front. This is the back, okay? But anyway, I had the lights left over, and I just tucked them in up here. Like I said, I'm going to go back, and I will be gluing this down to kind of cover all that up, okay? Now, for our battery pack, look, it just slides right under the pedestal, okay? So now what I'm going to do is, let's get this over here. And I'm trying to set this up so that y'all can see what I'm doing, but yet it's not blocking the light. So several different ways I was thinking of to try to fasten this down. I was going to use my staple gun. And even though my staple gun is very small because of the way this you know, is out like this, it just wasn't working. So I think what I'm just going to do is I'm going to hot glue it down. I'm just going to have to hot glue it down, and then I can go back with some E6000 and just tack it down in various places. Like I said, all of this is going to be covered here in a minute, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put, and I'm having to hold it down with my other hand, okay? Because it's wanting to like bow up a little bit. I'm just running hot glue all the way around the bottom here. Now you're going to have to hold this in place until that glue sets up, so it won't pop up and pop off. So I'm just going to hold this down. Let that hot glue set up, and then I'm just going to pile up, I think, a little bit more around the edge there. And then I'm going to spin it around and put glue on the other side to hold it down, all the while pressing down my other hand here, pressing down on top of it to hold it down flat. But I'm going to work on that, and then we're going to find some more rope, and I'm going to go around the bottom of this with some rope just to cover all this up. So now I have some of this thicker nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to kind of glue this down right around, need a new glue stick, I think, right around here, and that'll help to give it a little bit more stability as well. Like I said, E6000 is going to be your friend with this project, and I do have some. So once I get this rope glued down, I'm going to be going around the inside, okay, the inside here, putting the E6000, and that'll just give it a lot more stability, okay? So I'm just going to glue this rope down all the way around just to cover up this ugly little section that we've got here, just kind of make it look more finished. And my little is really wanting to put this in his room so he can play SpongeBob. So I really want to make sure that all of this is going to be glued down, okay? But anyway, I'm just going to run this rope around, and that'll be that. And like I said, your battery pack here just slides right up and under there, okay? Time consuming, yes, but I think it's kind of cute, and I think it'd be cute, you know, sitting outside on a table in your pool or something. And because, yeah, the hot glue is basically holding this down. If you do not back it up with that E6000 and it's just hot glue, don't set this somewhere where it's going to be getting like a lot of direct sun, okay? So I'll finish this, and of course you will see the picture at the beginning of the video, but I'm going to show it to you again here in a second. If you would, give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.